Welcome to the team. Let's talk about pay. So, again, in the Cutco world, payday is Fridays. But what is the week? When does the week start? When does the week end? So it starts on Tuesday. So that means 11:59 p.m. on Monday is the final minute to tally up your order. So maybe you're doing a super late demo and you submit an order at that time. If you get it in before 11:59 p.m. on Monday, you would get paid on that sale on Friday, right? So Tuesday starts the week. Monday is the last day of the week to tally up as many demos as you can do or sales as you can do. And either base pay or incentive, whichever one you're getting, is on Friday. But how do I get to the 40%, the 45%? How do I get to advanced levels in the commission structure? And I want to go over that. So let's turn to page 36 in your manual. Now you might be saying, I don't know where my manual is. Okay, just go to our website, creatingsuccessstories.org, and click manual. You'll see when you pull that up, it's going to bring the PDF up. And so this is what you're following when you're doing your demos usually. But if you go to the very, very bottom, or the very, very last page, you're going to see there's the pay program. And so it tells you, as you already know, 0 to 1,000, you get 10%. But the dollar after 1,000, you get 15%. You probably saw this up to 30% in your interview. But did you know that if you sell 20,000, you're at 35% for the rest of your life? If you sell 30,000, you're at 40% for the rest of your life, and it never goes back, right? If you sell 50,000, you're at 45% for the rest of your life. And then you hear of these CSPs, FSMs, FSLs. What is that? Well, those are 50 percenters. Now, if someone sells $150,000 and they're brand new to the 50% club, they're probably in the FSM, FSL category, because on Vector Connect, as you all know, definitely log into Vector Connect on a laptop at some point in your career because there's so much to go through. But down here, Rep, Office, FSL, FSM, like what's this? And then CSP, this is where you know who's at 50%. All of these people are at 50%. That means that David last week made over $6,000, right? But David and Malcolm and Becca, they're all usually in college still. So these are full-time college students doing sports, doing, whatever it may be as a typical college student. It's not just classes. They probably have other things that they do too. And then they're also still selling Cutco as they go through school. A lot of them go through the Cutco through college program, which they sell Cutco as they go through college and they graduate debt-free in many cases. They're all at 50%. So all of these people are over the $150,000 mark level. However, they're not selling over $300K a year. They're not doing this full-time probably. They're probably in school. Then you have your CSPs. These are full-timers. These are a lot older usually, like late 20s, early 30s, some in their 40s, 50s, 60s. And what they do is they sell Cutco full-time. They graduated college and they're like, you know what? I'm just going to keep on selling Cutco. I'm at 50%. I'm on the events team. I'm doing the business gift program. I like what I'm doing. And then they sell a lot more than someone who might be taking full-time classes. So as you can see, Seth last week sold $64,000. We already know he's at 50%, so he made over 30 grand last week, right? And you'll always be able to click these. And then you have the rep category. So good week in South Texas. You can see number 1 came from our area, Northwest San Antonio. You can see even number 4 came from South Texas as well, right? But these are brand new representatives. They were barely learning how to spell Cutco. They didn't even know what CPO meant, right? Commission paid on, that's what it means. But they didn't get it. And they're barely getting started yet. They're having success. And so you can go through here and you can click like Logan's name and you can see, okay, what division is he in? What region is he in? What office is he in? You can see everything and where they're from. And so this is a great tool on Vector Connect. This is something you should always be looking at on a weekly basis because it tells you this is just week 35. Once week 36 finishes, it will post week 36. And then week 35 is now history, right? You also see your next promotion tab. You'll get to see where you're at in career sales. How much Cutco have you sold since you've been in Cutco? And it will always tally up here on the left side for you. And then the other thing I would always hit on is the All About Cutco in the library. There is so much useful tools in the Vector Connect world. And I would go through library. I would go to video library. I would search cookware, flatware, how to sell sets, you name it. And the people you're learning from are your CSPs. So you'll get to learn from Robert, who sold almost 60 grand last week. Julian, right? I know Julian pretty well. 43 grand means he made $20,000 plus last week, right? So learn from people having success. Success leaves clues. I can't say it enough. So again, go here, go through the library, go through the All About Cutco staff, go through the All About Cutco page, tons of great stuff here. Go through your events. When is your next event? When is a conference registration available? What's the next event you can go to? Look at these things, engage in the business, and I promise you, it will engage back with you. The more effort you put in, the more results you'll get back.